when I was in high school, and I played basketball, and she was always on the other team and she was very good. At 101, Ava Marie Saint should be celebrated as Hollywood royalty. Instead, she's living a life that's quietly devastating. She's the forgotten Oscar winner who once starred with Cary Grant and Marlon Brando. Her son's recent drug crisis forced her into court battles at age 100. She watches baseball alone. The woman who defended Alfred Hitchcock against assault claims now faces a reality that even her famous resilience can't fix. The truth about her isolation is heartbreaking. Ava Marie Saint was born on July 4, 1924 in Newark, New Jersey. The fact that she arrived on Independence Day felt almost symbolic. While the rest of the country celebrated freedom with fireworks and parades, she entered a world that was far from glamorous. Newark was a working-class city better known for its factories than for producing stars. She was born to Quaker parents during the height of the jazz age, just 5 years before the stock market crash that would send the country spiraling into the Great Depression. The irony of her birth date was striking. America was celebrating liberty, and yet she would have to fight through rejection, type casting, and prejudice to carve out a place for herself in Hollywood. In time, she would not only succeed but also become one of the most respected actresses in the business and the oldest living Academy Award winner. Her parents were John Merle Saint and Eva Marie Rice. Her father had served as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. Her mother, the daughter of William M. Rice and Adelaide L. Russell Rice, carried the name Eva Marie. When she married John Merle Saint in 1921, her full name passed directly to her daughter. Eva Marie Saint literally inherited her mother's first and middle names. It was not a stage name designed for Hollywood appeal, but her real name, passed down through her family. This inheritance gave her an identity that was both authentic and symbolic. Her mother lived from 1896 to 1987, long enough to see her daughter rise to fame and win the Academy Award. The name that lit up theater Mars and movie screens was the same one her mother had carried her entire life. Her career nearly ended before it began. She was cast in the Broadway play Mr. Roberts, opposite Henry Fonda. The role of the nurse seemed like her big break, and her friends and family traveled to watch her. In out-of-town previews, everything looked perfect until just before opening night, when director Joshua Logan told her she was being replaced. The reason stunned her. They said she looked too innocent, and the producers feared the audience would worry too much about her. When she appeared alongside David Wayne's character, she was replaced by Jocelyn Brando, the sister of Marlon Brando. The humiliation was enormous. Her family had already seen her perform, and now she had to explain why she would not be on the Broadway stage after all. The rejection left her in tears. Alone in her dressing room, she broke down completely. Henry Fonda himself came to comfort her, telling her about times when he had been fired or turned away from roles. One by one, the rest of the cast visited her, each sharing their own stories of rejection and failure. They told her this was part of the profession, and that it was better to experience such a blow early in her career. Their kindness helped, but the pain lingered. On the train ride home to Queens, she cried so hard she could barely see. During that ride, she made herself a promise that would change her life. She told herself she could never allow such a disappointment to wound her again. She let rejection cut that deeply. She would not survive in acting or even in life. By the time the train reached Flushing, she had made up her mind. She would continue pursuing her dream, but she would build an emotional shield around herself. From then on, she would never let rejection pierce her heart in the same way. Later, she admitted, "I'll never be that disappointed in life again." And she meant it. That vow became her armor, and it carried her through the challenges that came next. Her first job in television was far from glamorous. She was paid $15 to sit at a little table and clap for other performers, pretending to enjoy shows she had no part in. The money was so small that it barely covered the cost of a new dress. She needed to look presentable, leaving her in debt even after she was paid. Still, she kept going, knowing every small step mattered if she wanted to succeed. Back in 1942, she had entered Bowling Green State University with the idea of becoming an elementary school teacher. Like her mother, she joined the Delta Gamma sorority, and there a coincidence changed her path. The head of the drama department, Dr. Eldon T. Smith, lived in the sorority house as their house father. He noticed her distinctive voice and convinced her to audition for the play. Personal appearance. She had never acted before, and the role was of a glamorous Hollywood lady, nothing like the innocent college student she was. But when she appeared in full makeup and a tight dress, even her closest friends didn't recognize her. She laughed later, saying they weren't very imaginative. She also performed as Rosalind in As You Like It, her only Shakespeare role ever. The experience transformed her so completely that she asked her father if she could switch her major from education to theater. He gave her the best advice of her life. Honey, whatever you want to do, you just do your best. After graduating in 1946, she made a deal with her parents that changed everything. She would return to their home in Queens and had exactly 1 year to prove she could make a living as an actress. If she failed, she would give up and return to teaching. That 1 year ultimatum added intense pressure. Eva Marie Saint began her journey into show business in the 1940s with a humble job as a page at NBC in New York. She gave tours, demonstrated television sets, and spoke about the wonders of this exciting new form of entertainment. It may have seemed like a small role, but it gave her a rare look into television at the moment it was being born. Her first on-screen appearance came in 1946 and 1947 on the live NBC show Campus Hoopla. Those performances were captured on rare kinescope and are now